What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dazzle video. Today we're going to be looking at Fissure Universe Episode 5. We have, finally, after months, we have two top-tier teams, and one of them picks Dazzle. Alright? In this particular matchup, Parivision is against Gaimin Gladiators, and both games, Parivision picked Dazzle in the offlane, I believe. So we're going to take a look at that. And they picked Dazzle in the offlane. Look at that. Oof. Nice. So Parivision DM is playing offlane Dazzle here. The first thing we want to keep in mind here while we watch this replay is this is a professional team. Right? So there's a level of teamwork communication that we will never get in any of our games unless you're playing with, you know, some good friends in a stack and they're all extremely good. So just keep that in mind. And professional games, every single team, every single player on both teams is like the best player in the world. So everybody knows what everyone's going to do. That's what makes this kind of tricky. All right, now let's take a look at his item build here. He started with Wand, Branch, and a Quelling Blade. I've seen some offlaners go Wand 3 branches. That's kind of what I like to go, and then go Tangos first. The reason he bought a Quelling Blade is because he's going to lane against Treant Protector. So Treant on the enemy team likes to walk around these trees, so he's kind of getting ready for that and buying a Quelling Blade. It could be very worth it to do that against Treant. He's holding his first skill point, probably, right, against this lineup here. I would skill poison, Shadow Wave. I think for most of us, Shadow Wave is still very safe. Treant's going to be a hard kill, and then Shadow Fiend is not going to just be walking around willy-nilly. So, that's kind of my thoughts on it. And then they pushed... So, okay, if you now you can certainly do this in some of your games. Is you're playing offlane, you can block the enemy creeps on purpose so that the first wave is under the tower. What that does is your creeps die super fast, and then the next wave will meet way up here. That's awesome. However, you got to kind of keep in mind that when you do that, you're going to be at a level advantage. I mean, level disadvantage, sorry. And so your aggression is not going to be as big. Like, you know, you can't be fighting here if your creeps, if you're going to get hit by a whole wave of the enemy creeps, if that makes sense. So in this case, you're probably not going the Poison Touch route. You're probably going Shadow Wave. And in this game, you do have a Marcy who can throw enemies into a creep wave, and then you Shadow Wave the creep wave and get the kill that way. You do have Quelling Blade, though, instead of 2 more branches, so your damage is pretty low against heroes. So that's something to keep in mind. 55 is on the low side. Like, let's compare to Treant. Treant's got 91 damage, level 1. Marcy's 64. Shadow Fiend is at 52, but his will go up as he gets these last hits. So let's keep that in mind here as we go. And then here's the... Unfortunately, they get a deny as well. Okay, so we don't have anything skilled. Oh, this is... See, Shadow Wave would have been good at this point. Poison Touch level 1 just doesn't seem as good as it used to be. So I would be careful about this. Oh man, and Trink got the deny on Shadow Fiend, so that kind of sucks. But not the best start. We're missing... Actually, we're not missing anything. We're not missing any creeps. That's always the worry about these early game deaths in the lane is if you're missing last hits as a core. And the nerf to his starting damage is pretty significant. Let's see if they blocked any of the lane, the creep camp. So this is unblocked, and Marcy blocked a small camp. So we're in a good spot. Nice. Shadow Wave it. Okay, good Poison Bloom usage. If he gets denied, I'm going to be pretty mad. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, you motherfucker. Alright. Well, it's fine. The lane's going to push, so that's something to keep in mind here. We have 2 range creeps. So lane's going to push, so probably what I would do is Shadow Wave this. I don't think we're getting the kill here, right? Because Shadow Fiend's going to come back in. And then pull the next wave. Unless we're going to dive tower. Oh my. Oh my. Where's Shadow Fiend? What the fuck is Shadow Fiend? Oh, he doesn't have a TP because he died twice. Alright. Never mind, guys. This is why these guys are pros. So this is a good lane right now. Shadow Fiend missed a lot of creeps. And let's check the net worth. Yeah, we're almost top net worth. And Shadow Fiend last hits at 3-1. We're 8-4, he's 3-1. I love it. Oh shoot. And every time Shadow Fiend dies, it's even worse for him because his last hit basically almost gets reset. Nice use of the Shadow Wave to secure creeps. Secure the range creep. And we got the Lotus as well. We have our big camp still open, and then they dewarded the small camp, but this is like perfect right here. So perfect. We are relaxing. We can pull the big camp. If Treant walks up, Marcy can jump on him, and Treant is probably dead. So we're in full control of this lane. Oh, this is a great Dazzle game so far. Yep. Get the pull. Shadow Wave. Oh, they're both dead. Nice. And then it's a double kill. He denied him again! No, he didn't. Okay. If that 4th hit would have landed, this guy would be dead. But I think Dispose is coming back up. And there's a kill. Woo! Double kill for our position 4 Marcy. Marcy is a really good support, I think. And we're going for early Urn into Boots. So, Urn before Boots. Wow. And they're going to call in some reinforcements. Their pause for... their pause for Mirana comes in. I mean, at this point, I guess we can be super aggressive, or we can... Cause it's going to be a tri-lane now. We could just look to stack the triangle, maybe. Oh my god, this is risky. Because it's a tri-lane. Oof. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more kills on Shadow Fiend. If Mirana sticks around. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no! And here's another example, guys, of why you take Shallow Grave at level 4. Please take Shallow Grave level 4. Don't go, just go 2-1-1. 2-1-1. Shadow Wave level 1 does plenty of damage. Okay, you get 15 more damage and 1 second cooldown reduction. But the value of Shallow Grave, remember guys, Shallow Grave level 1 got buffed by a lot. 0.5 seconds is an eternity. You get 4 seconds where you can't die. Alright, that's easily a return kill. And here it is again. Like you could easily save. Oh man, nice. He should be dead. He should be dead. Right? He got denied. He's got 3 kills denied. Alright, so you don't get the gold. Oh, this guy's dead. We have our ult and everything. Nice. Shadow Wave it quick. Oh, easy kill. Very cool. What was I gonna say? The great thing about denying is you don't get the gold, but you do still get the XP. Alright, so that's... They didn't nerf that to the ground. I really don't know why you would have to put Poison Touch in the deny range. That's... I hate that. I really hate that. I was really unhappy when that patch came out. Alright, so they pulled the small camp. Looks like Mirana and Treant are mid. So... Nice. So it's basically me and SF here, or not me, Dazzle and SF here. And Puck might be coming bottom. No, he's not. He just got the rune. Oh no, we got the rune. We're denying Puck the runes, which is great. Shadow Fiend is somehow farming like a madman and is ahead of us in net worth. And we're putting a lot of pressure here. Wait, is this Lifestealer? Jesus Christ. And it looks like we're prioritizing getting some kills here, taking this fight over taking the bottom tower. This is probably some game-specific stuff. So I guess maybe they wanted to just kill Shadow Fiend. But usually I think in our pubs, if we're playing off lane, we're having a good lane like this, I would take this tower. It helps your game for the long run. Unless there's something specific like in this game where what they're trying to do. And let's see if he gets Vessel or something. So Vessel would be good against Living Armor. It would be, I'm guessing it would be good against Kunkka as well. Kunkka's pretty tanky. He's a tanky little boy. One of the most annoying passives in the game. Admiral's Rum. Very annoying. It's like highly underrated and annoying at the same time. Alright, so we're watching just Dazzle here. And then, if you're having a good game like this, they really can't, you know, contest unless they bring a couple heroes. The main thing you want to do is just keep pushing forward. Like, make them react to whatever you're doing in the offlane. So, you want to push the wave, farm these camps, push the wave, farm these camps. And then, if they bring a lot of heroes, then you can just walk away. Or in this case, I guess your team is here, so you can take the fights. And you're basically playing around the tower. And I was listening to Dubu the other day, very good support player, professional player. And he was saying, he said something, he said, towers cannot run away. Your enemies can. So when you're really strong, just take the tower. And make them defend the tower. And that's how you kill them, is because they're standing in front of the tower trying to defend it. So that's kind of the mindset. Dazzle right now is a very good hero within 1600 range of his hero because of his Nautical projection. So it's kind of like a death ball. Ooh, ult, Q. Nice easy kill. And you have a grave ready. This is a little dangerous. Probably need to get out now. We got coiled. And we're probably dead, but we do have a lot of sticks. We have Urn. Maybe we could... Ooh, it's going to be tough. He's probably dead, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, they had to bring all 5 heroes. Bottom. And guess what's doing for our Lifestealer? We're creating a lot of space. And he's going to get his first timing. There's Armlet, I think. Oh no, he's going Radiance first. Okay. Nice. Radiance first. He had an okay game. Puck is pretty farmed now. I wonder if we're going straight into Ags. Yeah, we are. So he's skipping Vessel. He's going straight into Ags. And I assume the Urn he got just for the combination of the extra magic damage and then the armor attributes and the mana regen. If you're playing Core Dazzle, one item before Ags that gives you mana regen is pretty important. Treads is great. And then something like, what's the Oblivion Staff, I think it's called? The thing that builds into Orchid and this thing here is good. 10 int, 1 mana regen, attack speed. Anything with attack speed on Dazzle, Core Dazzle with Poison Bloom is epic. So that's why Treads is always very good. And then Ags, you just can't pass up Ags after the first item. So You can never go wrong with taking with buying Ags early. All right, let's see. He's gonna just farm the ancients. I guess he's chilling for 2,000 more gold. I think that's a smart thing to do. Everyone's missing. Kunkka showed, so maybe he can push this wave. Create a little pressure. He stacked this camp, farms it. And maybe Chen is coming with Marcy. Look at Chen. You know, there's nothing. Oh my god, they smoked. Alright, we're probably gonna have to ult before we get silenced. Unless we're really confident we can survive. There we go. Wow. I guess Chen. Oh, look at the poison bloom! Oh, he almost saved Marcy. We missed the grave on Marcy. But we can get a good poison bloom here. We got a grave ourselves. And this is alright still. I don't know if we can do... We still have a good shadow wave, right? Boom! Nice, what a turn. And we're going to get that extra heal. We're going to be basically, like, yeah, almost full health. And we're going to try and kill Kunkka first. Puck is not killable. We cannot kill Puck. We have the poison bloom still on him. So get another right click on him probably. And he's dead. Kunkka died. Nice. All our spells are almost on they're on cooldown. Sorry, I can't speak. And unless we have an Orchid, he's gonna be very hard to kill. Unless, ooh, I'm pretty surprised that if we get a kill on this. Nah, there's no way, right? Puck is just too slippery. Does he have a blink dagger? Oh, okay, it's just at 15 minutes. Wow, that was. I mean, it's got to be a misplay on Puck's part. Who's Puck? Is this Quinn? Quinn Puck. Usually Quinn is like just exceptional at everything. I'm surprised he died there. All right. So the good news about that fight, I think it really showed the power of like basically an offlane Dazzle or a mid Dazzle. If you get initiated on and you survive the initial burst, the grave gives you that extra heal, which is so underrated and people are not used to it still. On top of the hard dispel that you get once your ult ends. So you're just super hard to kill. And you can see that he went for the 2 components of Ags that make you tankier. I think that's a good decision. And so that was just a perfect offlane Dazzle play. He got initiated on, he broke the smoke. It was a good read by their team as well. Like Chen and Marcy were ready for the... I'm sure they were calling out that maybe they were smoked bottom. I didn't realize they were smoked bottom, so... But it was fantastic. We got our ult off, and even after getting silenced, which usually... I guess is a support Dazzle. If you get silenced in that situation, you're probably dead. You don't have enough HP. And I think he has... Does he have the Ags now? He's going for Locket! Interesting. That's unusual for an offlane Dazzle, but he's just making himself harder to kill, I assume. Some more stats, and then the extra heal. Does he have big damage lineup? Yeah, he does. Marcy does tons of damage with her ult. DK does tons of damage, and Lifestealer has Radiance and Armlet now. Wow, this is a fat Lifestealer. One thing we do want to be careful of right now. So, in terms of when you nuke waves, for the most part, you want to try and only use Shadow Wave. Okay, you don't want to use Poison Touch unless you need to not be in the creep wave. So right now, the map looks pretty scary. All right, it looks great, but I'm saying that the heroes are not showing. No one's showing. So in this case, you don't want to walk up and Shadow Wave the creep wave with your body. Yeah, so Kunkka's here. Even though it's pretty safe because I don't know, you're next to your tower, everyone can TP, and you still have your ult and everything, and you have Ags now. So this might be the first fight we take with Ags if something happens here. The tricky thing about playing with lifestealers, they really want the farm for their passive, their innate. So you can't take any of their farm. Awesome. And we took Roche. I love that pro teams take Roche so fast. Like, even if the tier 1 tower is up, I love that they take Roche. It makes the game just so much easier with the Dazzle because... What happened? Quinn died? To who? Oh, neutral creep. Okay. So that was obviously a misplay. It's so rare. He just must be having a bad game. Yeah, so this is a good situation where you want to Poison Touch, Shadow Wave, the creep wave. Is you're kind of like, you don't want to be in the creep wave, but otherwise you don't want to use your Poison Touch to kill creep waves too much if you have Ags, because the cooldown is annoyingly long and you want to be ready to fight with Poison Touch. You only get one Poison Touch per ult, and that's one of the main parts of the ult, is being able to cast a Hex and then spread the Hex. So the reason they're all TPing up here is the Tormentor is coming. So they want to get the Tormentor at level 20. This is something we rarely see in our pubs, but we wish we saw in our pubs. Oh. So they decide, alright, screw this. Oh, no. They decide they don't need that many. Oh my god, look at the damage and the heal from the Ags. Alright, now we TP mid and join this fight. I mean, if they win this fight, this might be GG. What a grave! Yeah. Oh, look at that! Oh! Oh! Oh, that's beautiful stuff, man. I live for stuff like that. So that was fantastic. Look at the choke point. I love casting Poison Touch on a choke point. And then we're looking to spread the Poison Touch here off of Kunkka. Perfect. And we get the Hex onto Shadow Fiend. Another Hex! Double Hex! This is so good. And we have an Orchid on the field. And remember, we still have Aegis on Lifestealer. Oh my god, this Shadow Fiend's got 3 stacks. Or two or three stacks of Poison Touch on him. What a fight. What a fight. That's a perfect fight. That's a perfect Dazzle fight. You TP in, you get a Grave off, and then you ult Poison Touch, and then you spread it 3 times. Oh my god. And then the extra sustain from the Locket. I think he could have gone any item here, to be honest. Like, he could have gone maybe... what's an item we could have gotten against this lineup? I don't know. You could have gone a damage item. You could have gone Orchid. I probably maybe would have gotten an Orchid in a pub game, because there's only one Orchid on the field. I think DK has it. Yeah. BKB on our position 4. Marcy, I love that. Marcy's a great hero. And let's see if he does anything. He's just kind of relaxing here. Yeah, and that's usually how you would take creep waves. You just Shadow Wave it. And you conserve your mana as well, just in case. We don't really have mana issues anymore, but... let's see. I mean, he could also go for Vessel here. Alright, we're ready for that fight. Let's see. He's going to get the Grave onto Chen. We can cancel Shadow Fiend's ult here if he decides to ult. We can also lock him down early. Where's my projection? I can't click on my projection. Alright. And we get a Poison Bloom on the Mirana. We got the Poison Bloom on the Mirana. Mirana's hexed. Alright, I would Shadow Wave this guy. We still have Aegis. Mirana's got Poison Touch on her. We can hit Mirana with the extra. She's got a... Oh, it just dispelled, I think. Yep. But we have Urn as well. Or, I mean, yeah, Urn. Do we have another Q coming up? We do. How come I can't see my cooldowns? There we go. And Mirana should be... No, she's not dead. She had wand charges. We have a Grave coming. What a Grave. What a Grave. All the Chen creeps needs to be microed. Oh no, they are being microed, of course. These guys are professionals. And remember, guys, we still have Aegis, so it's just making it super annoying for them. I mean, this is pretty much a game. If Puck, their position 1 and 2 are both dead. There's just not much they can do. And I feel like Aegis is running out, so I think he's just gonna back up, get full mana, full HP. We have our ult back up. I love the cooldown on the ult, and that's something I'm worried that they're gonna nerf soon. That was a little early on the grave. That was a little early on the poison touch as well. Probably you could have waited a second. Oh no, Dragon Knight died. But we got the... Man, this Puck is getting destroyed by the Orchid. This is a very tough game. So we can turn this if they come. But I don't think they will come. They're going to back. Ooh. Okay, bang. We got the Shadow Wave. And then we're just probably hitting. Actually, you know, Hurricane Pike would be a good item right now. Just to keep the distance. Make sure we don't get hit by Puck. And then just spread the Poison Blooms. They don't have a Lotus Orb. And they're not going to have one in a long time. So, here comes a Treant. Just spread the Poison Touch off of Kunkka would be my next goal here. And we're probably going to chill a little bit. Play defensive until... my ult is coming. But Yules. Okay. Alright. This is a little bit unusual for a position 3 Dazzle. But he played like a little bit more defensive. But I guess the idea here is that Marcy is a hero that does so much damage. And we're just securing the game. Not taking too much risks. Our ult is a backup. We got a good Shadow Wave on the Kunkka here. He's going to have like minus 12 armor. Oh, minus 8. Okay, never mind. And does Marcy get away? Nope. Coil is used. And our ult is here, but we're not in the best spot because the tower is just hitting our body. We don't have Poison Touch, so it's kind of awkward. We can use our own body here if we need to. Oh my god, what a skill. Alright. It's a little bit of a tricky spot because... I mean, yeah, we have Yules. So they use X Mark, so I think we can actually Grave TP. I don't know if he Grave TP's here. Oh, I think he's gonna get it! He got out! He got out! That's gotta be annoying. Well, that kind of sucked because I feel like what? They just called GG? Really? Well, it was definitely, you know, it was just getting to the end. I think it would have been a slow death, but I'm surprised because I mean they still had 2 sets of racks up, right? But what a solid game overall. We had a great laning stage. We got a good timing on our ags. I think I was really surprised with the urn before boots. But I guess it makes sense. I would still try and skill Grave at level 4. I would still recommend that. He probably would have had an even better lane. I know sometimes it's better to die. So you can come back to lane with full health and mana. But I don't know. I really felt like the value was there for a Grave level 4. And I usually think that for most games. So, well, let's take a look at the draft. Right, I'm a little bit curious on when they draft Dazzle and who they ban. So let's see if they ban anyone crazy. Because they banned the Axe and they first pick Dazzle. Okay, that's very brave. As someone who first picks Dazzle every single game, it's a brave way to play. And I'm pretty sure they're going to run offlane as well. I mean, actually, Dazzle can be a flex pick, so that's usually why Dazzle is like. I think in professional matches, he's like a safe first pick because you can flex him to the offlane. But I'm surprised they still first picked him. And they go for the Shadow Fiend this time instead of the enemy team. And Puck again. All right, so they're like, let's run this back. Tiny. And then we ban Monkey and Morph. Pretty annoying to play against those heroes. Okay, and Terrorblade as well. And then last pick, we put Clockwork. Okay, so this is going to be... Are we... Maybe this is a support gameplay. Like, I can't see... So is this going to be a... Pause 3 Clock? Pause 4 Tiny? And then we're playing... No, DM is playing him. So this is an offlane... So Satanic is the carry. No one plays mid, right? So this is support Slark. Support Slark. Support Slark in the good hands is pretty scary. Because, number one, the vision. Oh, let's take a look at his starting build is much different now. I love when players have different starting items. So he goes for Quelling Blade still. And the reason is, in this game, he has a Nature's Prophet. Okay, and then... He's going to be laning against Bristleback. So, wait, no, hold on. He's not going to lane against Bristleback, is he? He is. He's anticipating a hard carry Bristle. And a Nature's or a Disruptor, I think. Or is this a hard carry? They would know, right? Because they know these players. So Watson... I thought Watson was the carry. Is he knocked? Hold on, let's find out real quick. Wait, we got all 4 runes? We got all 4 runes somehow. What the hell is happening? Alright, so let's analyze the lane. So we creep aggro. Okay, so this is a position 1 Nature's Prophet. And that's why we get the Quelling Blade. Maybe he thought Bristle might have been the carry, so he bought the stick first. But he is going to take some harass from Disruptor. Disruptor is like a very... He's a good lane hero because he can spam out his stuff. This time he takes Shadow Wave level 1. This is the safer of the 2 builds. Ooh, nice last hit. And because we went stick into Iron Branch, we don't have that many stats. So we only have 54 damage. Pretty low again. And this might even be like a casual circlet. I don't think he will upgrade this. I would be surprised if he did. And we're creep dragging because Slark is like, you know, pretty kind of a weak laner against Disruptor. So this is something that's, you know, way more advanced than most of us are ever going to encounter. But basically, if you have a hard lane, you could just drag the creeps. So against Disruptor, it's a little difficult because he can glimpse you back at level 2 if you decide to take glimpse. Or I guess he can kinetic field you as well. It's hard to creep drag against Disruptor. So they're gonna have good control over the lane. But we are... Are you serious? I'm very surprised at... I think Quinn's just having a bad game. This guy's very good, this Quinn guy. He's just having a bad tournament. Again, guys, so, okay, this is something I'm definitely going to have to try. And the Quelling Blade, great Quelling Blade pickup. He's taking damage, but look at our health and mana. He hasn't bought a single set of tangos at all either against Disruptor. So this kind of shows you the power of Shadow Wave in the lane. It costs almost no mana, 75 mana. And heals us up. Let's take a look at last hits here against Nature's Prophet, not net worth. Where's last hits? Okay. So we're at 14.7, he's at 15.4, so pretty even. We'll keep the net worth up here. It's pretty even. And we're using Shadow Wave to secure last hits. He goes 2-0-2, dangerous if anything happens. And in this game, because the lane is really tough, we're just blocking both camps. So, because the people in control of the lane can pull the creeps to control it, so we're just giving them no camps to pull. And then what this does is Slark doesn't have to be here. So Slark can come and he's stacking the triangle. But again, this is a bit tougher. Usually lanes are played straight up. So he gets his Urn. Again, Urn gives us a little bit of armor, a little bit of stats, and then good mana regen. So we don't have to get arcane boots. So I know some of you asked me, ooh, and a Windlace pickup. Oh, and we're going to be aggressive here. I think it's because we see a lot of heroes top, and we're keeping track of who has TPs. I was a little bit sloppy on Snapfire's part because, you know, they should be able to see. And then we're diving this even more. We get the Urn. Oh, man, they are kind of feeding here. Oof. That's tough, man. This level 2 Slark. Slark is still level 2. But he's like doing so much. That's a good support play right there. I mean, this game is even more out of hand than the first one, to be honest with you. Their only hope is if, like, I guess mid does really well, but mid's having a terrible game. Alright, so now we have our ults. Great timing for our ult. We're going to get Wisdom Rune as well. We're gonna probably maybe give it to Slark? No, we're going to take it. Oh, we're being super cautious because Nature's Prophet can TP in. That's what we're doing. So we do have some offensive potential here with our ult. That's one thing that the ult gives us, is being able to be offensive without putting our body in harm's way. So we can dive the tower without being too worried about people TPing in and turning the fight. So that's something to always try and take advantage of. Right now we don't see... Okay, Puck is there. I guess Snapfire is missing, so that's something to keep in mind. And then the 8-minute power rune, it looks like we're going to deny it at least. And it's important to deny the power rune against Puck. Or, you know, Storm Spirit or Quap or anything like that. And they brought 3 heroes, maybe 4. Yeah, Nature's is here. So there's 4 heroes mid. Oh, we TP. I didn't even realize we TP'd. Okay, this is at least 1 kill. I don't think we needed to ult for that. That's the annoying thing about playing against Puck, is that in the early game, unless he uses everything and dives you, there's just nothing you can do against Puck. I mean, he's going to dodge your Poison Touch. And even if you get the Poison Touch on him, he's just going to orb away. So. Go in all caps. So now we're in pretty good control of this area. We don't have vision over here, but, you know, we're pretty much chilling here. And we can look to push this tower. Probably unblock the camps and just farm all 3. The lane, the small camp, the big camp, until we get our Ags. I wonder if there's a specific reason as to why he bought Windlace this game. But the build is pretty much the same. There's a triple stack. And this is one of the main advantages of Poison Bloom for all of us. We can just farm whatever camps we want. But the build is the same as last game. We get the urn. We don't upgrade the urn. Ooh, nice rocket flare. That's a really deep tower ward. Usually it's like here, but it's super far back. And we still found it. Look at that. It doesn't. That ward doesn't really give too much information, but all right. And if we check the items here, we got a blink on Tiny, and then nothing, no orchids or anything for the enemy. No blinks, no orchids. There's no like blink initiator on this in this game. They have a bristleback, which is it's pretty nice to play against bristleback because you can just, he's a great poison bloom target. You can spread poison blooms off him endlessly, and he's got really low armor naturally. So he's one of those heroes that Dazzle can take advantage of, especially if we have like a clockwork Tiny on top of him and Ags. We just like destroy him, which is awesome. But you also got it. I mean, he is still bristleback, so we got to be careful still. Puck is in our triangle. Get the hell out of here. All right, he backpacks the Windlace. The only thing I'm worried about in this game is if Nature's Prophet goes Orchid or something, or if there's a Blink Disruptor on the field. But I don't know if these guys are going for that. He's going for Mjolnir. Yeah, hard carry Nature's Prophet probably is prioritizing his own farm. Coil used and Disruptor ult used. We're joining the fight, and this is a good time to join if we can catch. Well, I'll probably ult for this. Maybe not. Alright, you didn't have to. Well, you don't want to ult offensively if you don't have your Poison Touch, so I think he used his Poison Touch. And his Ags is coming pretty soon. Nice timing on it. Hopefully Nature's Prophet doesn't steal our Wisdom Rune. Oh, it looks like we got it. That's one thing pro players are really disciplined at, is they will take the Tormentor at 20 minutes, and they will take every Wisdom Rune at when they spawn. Wait, what was that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, there's a Bristleback here. They're gonna try and catch the Bristle. We found the Puck as well. So okay. Let's see what's happening. This might just be a solo kill. Sometimes this feels bad. Oh, we won't even kill him. Oh, grave him! Oh, what a freaking grave! So we want to chill here because we don't have, even if we ult, we're not going to be able to do anything for a while. So we want to find a good position. We can cancel this guy's ult, but it's going to be a little scary. Oh, save him! He's dead. Okay. So we have our Ags. Yeah, I guess we don't have to ult for anything. And now that we have our Ags... Oh! Slark's in! Slark's in! He's gonna get silenced, I think. Oh, he's stunned! He's stunned, he's silenced. We have ult soon. Dude, Tiny is really good against Puck. I don't know if it's because he's just so far ahead, or he's just this good against Puck. I just hate playing against Puck, guys. But it looks like he had a really rough game. And there's probably an Orchid coming somewhere, right? Maybe not. We don't even need Orchid? Wow. The disrespect. Alright, gets a couple clarities to stay on the map, but this is why you buy the urn as well, so you don't have to ever go back to base. You're always ready. And your ult only has a 1 minute cooldown, so basically, you know, every 2 creep waves, you can take a fight. It's awesome. I would walk around with my Intreads on for the mana regen. Oh, we can't fix... nice! I think we canceled the Snapfire ults as well in the back. So great Poison Touch usage. And then we could look to spread it off of Poison Touch, off of Snapfire. Grave onto Tiny probably, and then we're gonna hit. Because this guy has poison touch, right? Yeah. So we want to hit the snap. Keep this alive. And then one more hit, Shadow Wave, and he should be dead. And then we'll come back and then probably look to deal with Puck here, who's going on Tiny. Yep. And then just kite away from the... it's okay, we died. Yeah, I didn't expect Nature's Prophet to be coming from the back. Oh, nice little sneaky ward spot right there that we found. And let's see if Puck dies. Probably not. Puck is so slippery, man. The glimpse. Alright. So I think we lost that team fight. Did they buy back? It seemed like they bought back. No, no one bought back. Well, our Tiny survived, who is getting very, very strong. And then he pings out the 20-minute Tormentor. Nice. We got a Poison Bloom. This is one of the annoying things about Prophets. Okay, so in this game... Alright, so he went the same build. Right, he went... Ags into Holy Locket. Definitely in this game, I would have gone for Orchid just because it doesn't look like anybody is going for Orchid. So if your team is not going to go Orchid against Puck, Dazzle is a good candidate to buy Orchid. Orchid is a great item because you have attack speed. Oh, it looks like Sark's buying it. If I can pull up Orchid, you get great attack speed, good damage, and then again you get the mana regen, health regen, and the int. So it's a perfect Dazzle item for Poison Bloom Dazzle. And your projection is usually near Puck when she jumps in for the first time. So you have a good chance to silence her. And this is going to put Puck in like a little bit of a bad situation because she's already behind. She doesn't want to have to buy another defensive item. So we're forcing her to buy Yules or Lincolns, which is super annoying. Puck wants to buy like damage items if possible, so that's one of the reasons why. Oh damn, they're taking it. Shoot. Alright, that was not ideal. What does this do? Puck's attacks deal bonus magic damage? What? I feel like I didn't even know that. And then the Ags on Puck is so annoying as well in the late game. Okay. Nice. Got the wisdom. And what are we doing here? Ooh, this is interesting. We're going Ghost Scepter. Alright, so when you play Core Dazzle, okay, there's two mindsets that you can have. I guess, yeah, there's two mindsets you can have. The first one is you're going to kill them before they have a chance to kill you. So because your projection is not targetable, it's not killable, it's not silenceable, you can't disarm it, you have a chance to basically, like, you're unstoppable, right, for a certain period of time. So your mindset can either be, I'm going to use my projection to kill whoever's trying to kill my body before they can kill my body, or you can play this type of mindset where you're saying, all right, I'm going to play in and out, I'm going to try to counter what they do really well. Basically, he's saying there's nothing he can do to stop Nature's Prophet from TPing on top of him in the back line. So he's trying to counter Nature's Prophet with the Ghost Scepter. I'm surprised that he's doing this as a core. This is more of like what I would do as a support, but like these two items are more so support items. And you know, you're enhancing the heal with like maybe Nothal Boon, facet and being a super duper healer. Oh, Shadow Fiend uses BKB. Dude, he is deep, man. Can we catch him? Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, immediately comes out. I don't think he has a Lotus Orb or anything. He can't dispel it. I love when heroes buy Blade Mail. I think Nature's is going to TP in somewhere. Oh, he took it back. Wow, he's tanky as hell. What the hell? Alright, he should be dead now with Tiny. But he's got -4 armor. He's got the Poison Touch. And our ult had to end. Let's see what we do here. So, I want to point something out real quick. The Shadow Wave that he threw out over here. That is really important. When you... So, Dazzle is a hero. You got to think about creep waves as like a moving power bubble for Dazzle. Dazzle is very strong inside creep waves because of how Shadow Wave works and Ags works. So whenever you're like joining a team fight, a lot of times this will happen where you pass by a creep wave that's kind of like half dying. You want to Shadow Wave that, take the last hits, even though you're kind of like using a spell and you're delaying your entrance into the fight. Because the creep wave here, now it's here. Before it was here, and it would have still been here if you hadn't Shadow Waved it. Now it gives you the opportunity to land a much bigger Shadow Wave. So you always want to have as many creeps coming down lanes as possible as Dazzle. So keep that in mind when you join team fights, especially as a core. Alright, let's see if this Ghost Scepter pays off. I'm a little skeptical. He's going to get Disruptors ulted here. It looks like he's dead, but maybe he can sneak out. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, he barely got out. The problem is Puck is so good at just cleaning things up like this. So you got to be really careful. Oh, we got to get a Shadow Wave off. Oh, I think he like misclicked it or something. I think he misclicked it on himself. I think he alt clicked it. Yeah, he self casted it, and then this guy's out. That sucks. A little unfortunate. We still got the kill, so it doesn't matter. Nice. As a core Dazzle, you don't have to be super duper aware of, like, you know, who has BKB, who do you need to shallow grave and stuff like that, because a lot of times it's more worth it to shallow grave yourself. So you just kind of go into team fights, just react as the fight goes, and if you miss a grave on, like, you know, your Slark or whatever, it's not the end of the world, because you can save it for yourself and you're going to be doing a lot of damage and heal. Alright, so what's his next item? BKB. See, I kind of like this. I'm learning. I haven't seen an off-lane Dazzle build with Locket, Ghost Scepter, and then BKB. In this new iteration of Dazzle, BKB is not absolutely required because the Nalto projection is so, like, you know, it's like BKB included. So, wow, that range on Glimpse is insane. Wait, what just happened? What that? How is Puck dying to... How is Puck dying to Shadow Fiend? Okay, he Silver Edged into Requiem. Alright. Understandable. He must have just bought the Silver Edge. Alright, we don't have any earn charges, but we do have our ult. Let's see if he casts it. Nature's has committed, so when Nature's TP's in, that's his full commit. He's got a grave right away. Oh, damn! He got disrupted. It says they do a lot of damage. I probably would have still gone for Hurricane Pike in this situation. Pike is pretty good against Bristleback. Nice, good grave. And another small note about our ult, even if you grave before you ult, as long as the grave ends, as long as it overlaps, okay? So if you cast the grave before you ult, and then the grave ends, like even let me rephrase this. If your ult in any way overlaps with the grave, you will get the buff of the cast of the heal at the end of the grave. All right, so you will get 375 heal. So even if you cast the grave first, then you ult. Even if the ult ends before grave, is that even possible? It is probably possible. You will still get the heal. If you ult, you grave, and then you end the ult, and then the grave ends, even if you're not in ult form anymore, you will still get the heal, if that makes sense. All right, so he graved himself and then he ulted. You will still get the heal at the end of this grave, which is awesome. And this guy should be dead at this next. Look at this heal. Oh, all right, he still died, but you know it was still epic. Look at Slark getting cliffed. Actually, is this a... He's providing... He's becoming a ward. So Slark has crazy good night vision. So I think that's why he's on this cliff. Oh my god, he BKB'd. Oh! Oh, what a beautiful Silver Edge BKB. That's a great play by this Shadow Fiend. I mean, obviously, everyone is doing great plays because they're all freaking best players in the world. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to double down and say that Hurricane Pike would have been a better item than Ghost Scepter. But and then it looks like he's kind of selling his urn. I mean, I probably would have gotten Vessel against like Bristleback, or even Nature's as well. But I think he's looking to sell it, and he's prioritizing the Quelling Blade. If you had a Hurricane Pike, I don't think you would need Quelling Blade. But obviously, if you get, he's saving it for the trees. Alright, and we gotta remember we still have our Aegis. Now we have our BKB, which is always it's a great item. The problem with BKB for me is it's got a long cooldown. We Silver Edge. Oh my god, he dies so fast with Silver Edge. And honestly, without Bristleback, unless he has buyback, this is gonna be really tough. And they use Snapfire ult and Disruptor ults just to kill the Aegis. So this is not looking good for the enemy team. And as Dazzle, usually you kind of just sit in the back. Wait till they commit. Wait till they hard commit. Let the big boys do the work. All right, let these guys hit the tower. You don't want to be sitting on the high ground here or even near the stairs hitting this barracks. You want to be in the back, kind of in this kind of position here, because you don't want to get coiled. You don't want to get Disruptor ulted. You don't want to get Wrath of Nature rooted, even though they used a couple of those spells already. You don't want to be in any of those, and you're really not a tower hitter. You do 120 damage. These guys do 1,000 billion damage. Let them hit the tower, or the racks. You stepping up and sacrificing your positioning for, like 3 seconds earlier, taking the racks is not ever worth it. So usually as Dazzle, even if you're playing mid Dazzle, offlane Dazzle, this is a good place to be. Out here in the back line and waiting for the enemy to come to you. Like we said before, the racks cannot run away. The enemy can run away. So just let our team hit the racks. And then when they come to stop that, that's when we react press our spells, and that's how we win. Let's see here. Let's see what happens. I mean, this is Rax, and I'm surprised Bristle hasn't bought back. Wait, what? Hold on. How are we locking down Puck like this? Is it simply just Avalanche toss? I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm pretty sure Puck is able to get out of that. I don't know. All right, they ulted, but there's no Puck. There's no Puck or Bristleback. Oh my god, this guy's so scary. You got BKB, Pike, Silver Edge. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so we just let Tiny hit the buildings. Let Shadow Fiend hit the buildings. There's no Puck, so you know, I guess we could do whatever we want at this point, but yeah. And we have BKB, which is like kind of a get out of jail free card. Nature's is cutting waves top. Oh my god, is he just gonna die? That would be really bad. I'm pretty sure Slark can get out right, unless he gets Disruptor ulted. I mean, it looks like Nature's is dead top. I'm not even gonna look. Dude, that sucks. They're just like throwing. I don't think Gaimin Gladiators is having a great game. Okay, this guy bought E-Blade? Bristleback bought E-Blade to counter the Silver Edge. Alright. Alright, so let's see what happens here. This is probably the last fight. They can't deal with the Shadow Fiend. Like, he's just gonna press BKB. Oh, the leash almost hits. Alright, let's just watch this in regular speed. I don't think there's much to be said here. At this point, we're basically a support for Shadow Fiend. And then if they get too close, like if Shadow Fiend's about to die, then we... Oh! This might be the start! That's not even close, dude. He's gonna be full health. We don't need, he doesn't even need us. Oh no. Alright, we're kind of in a weird position because we could die. Alright, whatever. It's kind of anticlimactic, I guess. Alright. I'm surprised that they haven't called GG, and they called GG so fast in the last game. Oh, the fountain dive! It's a little too... You had to cast it, like, here. Alright, we get the grave. And he has an ultra kill, so he's going for the rampage. Okay, GG. Alright guys, that's my analysis on this Parivision vs. Gaimin Gladiators for this tournament here, Fissure Universe Episode 5. $250,000, guys. That's a lot of money. So hopefully these guys can win it. Well, actually, I don't really care if these guys win it, but hopefully Dazzle can win it. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.